Let's talk about layer options. Now I have that same image open that we've been using for the last couple of lessons. It's called Mandala. And I have my layers panel already open right here. Every layer has options. Now it used to be in earlier versions of Illustrator, if you double clicked on the name or anywhere in there, it would open up the options. Now it does like Photoshop, it does like InDesign. It allows you just to name it because maybe that's all you want to do. If you though click on the actual thumbnail over here, it will be more than glad to open up the options. Now the first one of course is the name. You name it here, you can name it there. That's double duty. This is the color of the paths and the anchor points, and every one of your layers will be different by default. Now I usually don't change that. I let the computer choose a different color. I can tell if it's in a different color, it's in a different layer, no big deal. But if I'm working on, say for example, a background in an Adobe Illustrator document that's maybe pretty close to a color like this red, and my anchor points are in red, well, it's going to be kind of hard to see them. So that would be a case where I'd probably want to change it. Other than that, I let the computer do its thing. You have a template layer, and notice if I turn that on, you can't print it, and it locks it down. What does that mean? What does it do? A template layer is kind of like a guide for you. It's something you can use to trace out something in another layer. For example, when I'm working on web page layout in Adobe Illustrator, and I do use Illustrator for web design, I've got a template that gives me the basic boundaries of the page that I'm working on in a template layer, and then I create a new layer and do my design. It'll never print, it'll never get in the way. That's a template layer. You have a show button here, which of course is the same as over here. You have a lock button over here, locks the layer, same as over here. You have a preview button. Up under the word view, you have preview and outline. If you go to outline view, all your vectors go to outline view. You can actually do one layer in outline view by turning that on or off, as opposed to the whole document if you click up here. And then you've got dim images. And I've had more than one student say that doesn't work. Well, it only works on images. In other words, imported bitmaps, clip art, Photoshop kind of documents. It won't work on vector. All layers have options. The options are there to help you control how you manage this document and get it done efficiently and with as little stress as possible. And believe me, I don't like stress. On to the next.